want to talk about the swimming school aspect of Starfish for Sophia. So Starfish for Sophia has launched. It's launching at the end of the month.
That's right.
What do you hope to achieve? How many kids do you want to send through this swimming 101?
As many as possible. We are starting to identify, we have a number of swimming schools that have approached us and said, look, I want to be on board, I want to become an affiliated partner. They don't necessarily all follow the same manner of teaching swimming, but you know, the concept is the same. Get the child used to water, get them comfortable, get them water safe and water aware, and you know, floating and just basic techniques that all the swimming schools do teach. And what we've done is we've started to, we are a great fan of Google, we've started to look at Google Maps at the surrounding areas, because of course all these swimming schools tend to be in middle class, upper class suburbia, and of course the underprivileged class of children cannot get to those areas. Transport, lack of funding, they don't live there. So we've started to identify areas that might actually have a need for this, and areas that don't have public swimming pools, and areas that don't have sort of community outreach programs like this. And we've started drawing up application forms, and we're hoping to distribute them at primary health care clinics and libraries and all these informal daycares and creches that you find this age group in. And what we hope to do is to send these children, we've got volunteers on board who have said, look, I will transport kids on these days. And we want to send as many kids as possible to the swimming schools in the areas that we've identified of the swimming schools that are actually on board with us. But of course, we need more swimming schools at the end of the day, and we need more volunteers, because you can imagine the logistics are quite frightening. And of course these swimming schools are running businesses, so they're not subsidizing us or anything like that. We raise the funds to pay the full fee of the swimming school, and that can be anything from 200 Rand a month up to 700 Rand a month, depending on the school and depending on the number of classes. It averages about 400-500 Rand a month for 2 classes of 30 minutes per week per child. So you're looking at big funds.
It's quite a bit of money.
It's a lot of money at the end of the day,
but well worth it.
We're going to do it. Absolutely, absolutely. If just one child has a near drowning and that technique saves them, I mean, that's brilliant for me. That is wonderful for me. That means that Sophia's death was not for nothing, you know, that I've helped someone else to achieve, you know, another 30, 40, 50, 60 years with their child, you know, because you can imagine losing a child it's not natural. No parent should have to go through this, especially if it's your only child. So yes, we obviously want to be operational in all the provinces. Our 10-year plan is to have one Starfish for Sophia centre in every single province, and to have many more swimming schools on board. We'll obviously start with the Western Cape, because we're based here and we have a lot more swimming schools in this area who are on board with us at the moment, and because our launch is taking place here and so on. But of course the aim is to get as many children as possible in, and if we can find more swimming pools, bigger swimming pools, perhaps get municipal pools on board and say, look, we will donate our facilities for you for X amount of time. We can perhaps get instructors in. It'll be a lot cheaper for us, and we can do group classes at a greater variety of times, instead of just slotting in with the swimming school's timetable and being on a waiting list because they're full, this kind of thing. So we have a lot of logistics to get around still, but we've made a lot of good groundwork so far, so I think we're going to actually be able to put kids in the water by end of February, beginning of March at least.
That's incredible.
It's very exciting.
Now, what kind of volunteers are you looking for?
Oh, anything and everything. If you can do something to help me, then please give me a call or send me an email. Volunteers that are willing to donate their time and actually be swim buddies in the water, because of course being in this age, you can't just jump in the water by yourself, and there's only a certain number of swimming instructors, so you actually need an adult in the water with a child, holding the child, supporting the child, letting the child feel comfortably. Of course, that's preferable, but of course if it's during daytime where working hours when parents are working, this is a difficulty. So we do need some swim buddies. We need a lot of people who are willing to transport children from their homes to the swimming schools. I need general volunteers, people who are willing to put up posters in town for me, who are willing to fetch things for us, who are willing to make donations of goods for the launch, for example. Lots and lots of volunteering is needed, so I would love to have more volunteers on board.
And funding, of course.
And funding. I implore all businesses to please consider becoming corporate sponsors. Even if you say, I'm a big business and I will give you 500 Rand a month for the next 12 months. If 10 businesses do that, then you know life becomes a little bit easier for us. Or if we get a lovely, generous company to say, this is the charity that our company supports, this is our cause, we will cover all your overheads for the month. Then I have more money for children at the end of the day, because I don't want to spend all the money on rent and the telephone line and internet. I actually want to be able to say, look, I can pay for more kids to go to swimming lessons now, because I can use all of these funds that we've been getting in from individuals for that, and not to pay the rent at the end of the month. So, of course, yes, please, lots of companies, we need big sponsorships now. We've had a lot of individuals giving us money, which we are very grateful for, and we would like a lot more of that as well. But of course, we're looking for the big boys now. We'd like some big corporate sponsorships now.
Now, Claire, anyone who wants more information on Starfish for Sophia, how can they find that?
Number of ways. We have a Facebook page, so that's probably the easiest. You just go onto Facebook and you search for Starfish for Sophia, that's SOFIA. You can email me, Claire, CLAIRE, at starfishforsophia.co.za. You can get hold of me on my mobile, 081 248 5114. We also have a fantastic website set up by a lovely volunteer named Troy, and I'm not allowed to give his surname out to his place of work because he wishes to remain anonymous. Sorry about that, Troy. www.starfishforsophia.co.za. And we had landlines installed today. I'm trying to remember the number. It's 021 978 0131. So any of those ways, or tweet me. I have a Twitter account as well, Starfish, and then the number 4, and then Sophia. So we've got just about every platform of social media that we can get for free at the moment. So any of those ways, or just Google us, we'll pop up somewhere. And that's, yes, please do get hold of me. And our website has actually got very nice links. If they've got hyperlinks with all the different emails. So if you want to become a corporate sponsor, there's one for those. If you just want to make a donation of money or goods and you want our banking details, go into that. Our banking details are also up on our website. If you want to contact me or one of the office admin ladies, you can do that. If you want to volunteer, there's a volunteer email that you can also contact. So do have a look at our website. It's also got 2 lovely eulogy videos on it that we played at Sophia's memorial service. One of them my brother made, and one of them my good friend Lorette van der Merwe also made. She's a photographer and her husband's a videographer. So also have a look at that. It's important, I think, to have a little bit deeper look into the Starfish for Sophia organization, to see to sort of learn about the little girl that it commemorates as well, because she was a magical little girl, and I'm very proud to be called her mommy and to share her with the world. I really am.